The Middle East is blowing up. More militias and armies are attacking countries for more reasons than region has seen in decades. By some measures, than a century, since the dissolution of Ottoman Empire during and after World War I. Many of these latest assaults stem from the region's largest, most violent and contentious current war, the war between Israel Hamas. But others, if any, are only peripherally relevant, and a few are downright confusing. In any case, the list amounts to what Charles Lister of the Middle East Institute calls a cross-border conflict. On an insane scale. This includes Israel Gaza Lebanon, Hamas Hezbollah Israel, Jordan Syria, Iran Iraq, Houthis Yemen, ships Red Sea. It requires the U.S. Britain to attack Houthi targets Yemen. Most recently, some ways most surprising, exchange of missiles drones between Pakistan, launched in retaliation for Iran's attacks on Pakistan. Pakistan's attacks on Iran marked the first time a missile had been fired into Iranian territory since the 198,088 Iran-Iraq War. President Biden's national security advisor, Jake Sullivan, wrote an article in the October 2023 issue of Foreign Affairs magazine that the Middle East is quieter than it has been decades. Sullivan was allowed to delete that sentence and correct several other outdated passages for the magazine's online edition in order to clarify the facts about Hamas' bloody attack on Israel on October 7 and Israel's retaliation. By the time the magazine's print edition went to press, Sullivan's claim appeared to be true. Do all the conflicts that arise stem from October 7? Do all of these represent a giant wave of violence? Are they different scenes of a long-suppressed, region-wide conflict, revealed and revived by Hamas' terrorist attack and Israel's massively devastating retaliation? The most striking and alarming attacks have been carried out by and against Iran in the last few days. While the Tehran mullahs were avoiding direct involvement in the conflicts around them, they were also continuing to fuel conflicts through proxies. Perhaps the 2 U.S. aircraft carriers mobilized to the Mediterranean for this very purpose had deterred them from direct action. Instead, the Iranians let their proxies do the dirty work. But even then they backed them up with warnings. Iran applauded Hamas but denied any involvement in October 7 attack. It allowed the Lebanon-based Hezbollah militia fire enough rockets into northern Israel to signal support for Hamas, but not enough prompt devastating return fire from Israel Defense Forces. Iran's justification why its leaders allowed the military, particularly the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, to fire some salvoes is a matter of speculation. They may have felt the need to display leadership, to show their surrogates that they were not fighting on their own. Iraqi Foreign Minister Fuad Mohammed Hussein quipped on a news program that the Iranians wanted to attack someone and knew they couldn't afford